So today we lost to a dad gamer. After the match, I sent him a message and asked if he wouldn't mind sitting down and answering a few questions for me. This is the interview that we had. Okay, so just to start us off, do you mind introducing yourself for everybody?
Hi, my name's and I'm a dad gamer.
Alright, so let me start off by asking, how long have you been doing this in Destiny?
Oh wow, yeah, that's an easy one. I'll never forget the date. June 12th, 2015, the day my kid was born.
Okay, and can I ask, how do you feel about dad loadouts? What happens when you match against other dads, for example?
First of all, when I got into Destiny, I really loved everything about it. I even used the meta for the most part. I tried for so long after we had our first kid to keep up, but I just didn't have the time. Something changed in me. I don't know if it was because of the lack of sleep, or the time that I had to play, or if it was actually just starting to like these types of loadouts. But I get this sort of rush when I'm mowing down enemies with my Go figure. Sick. Now, I actually come across other dads quite often. Turns out, we hang out in similar spots, you know what I mean? Ding, ding, ding. In terms of what I do when encountering other dads, there really isn't anything special I do in-game. But I like to think that we're kind of like people who drive Jeeps. If I see another dad in-game, I give a little head nod at my desk. And, I imagine they're doing the same thing at theirs. Gives me a real sense of community, you know what I mean?
And I'm curious, were you a decent player before you became a dad?
I'd like to think so. When I cared about things like KD and efficiency, I think it was around 1.2 or so not too bad. I haven't really looked at stuff like that for a while though. Getting that dredge and seal really took most of my time and focus.
Okay, and are you a dad the whole time when you're playing? Or does that get switched on and off? Do you toggle it? How does that work?
You know, it's kind of funny. I hear that a lot. You can turn it on and off. And personally, I know people that do. But for me, it's just easier to dad all the time. I don't have a lot of time to spend on custom my characters and weapon loadouts, and it's just nice not having to think about stuff like that.
Okay, that's interesting. Can I just ask, obviously for this interview, we are going to hide your identity. Is that something that you are worried about, though? Is your identity being exposed, getting out there? How would you feel if people around you knew that you did this in-game?
A little, yeah. I mean, I know people that play against me can obviously tell I'm a dad, but I can't have people knowing who I actually am. This is the sort of stuff that ruins careers. It's hard enough hiding my browser history from my wife, so she doesn't come across things like best post to pair with Jotun, or dredge and seal tattoo ideas. Thank you, baby. What you doing? Oh, I'm just making a sweet video on mind benders and spare rations. That's my boo. I love you.
Okay, now I have to ask, a lot of people don't like playing against these dad loadouts. They think it's unfair, and there's definitely a negative connotation in the community against these kinds of loadouts. Is it something you think you're going to continue doing, or do you see yourself stopping and switching back to a more fair loadout?
Right now, I don't see any reason not to. With the time I have to play and the current state of Destiny, it's really hard for me to catch up with all the content currently out. Strikes, bounties, dungeons, and raids? Like, holy cow. I don't usually, as the kids say, flex this information, but I probably raid like twice a month. If my work schedule lines up with the other dads I play with, I might even get 3 raids done. It's crazy, right?
Okay, well, I think that's all the questions I have. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to sit down and have this discussion with me and give me an insight into this community. Is there anything else you want to say before we end the interview?
Yeah. Thank you for this opportunity, and I just wanted you to know that I felt you were very vigilant wing with your questions, and go figure, I had a blast furnace. See you later.
Hey, thank you very much for watching today's video. I really appreciate that. If it's not completely obvious, this was all a joke. We wanted to try and create something that might give people a laugh. There's a bit of negative energy going on in the community right now. We wanted to try and lighten the mood. So I do hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure and hit that subscribe button for more. Also, I would love it if you could please check out my good friend Polar. He streams on Twitch. Very good player, very good guy. And most of this was his idea. So his channel will be linked in the description. But it is twitch.tv/polar_j. Make sure and go and drop him a follow. That's all from me today. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.